The following program is a public service of Gulf Coast State College, WKGC, and Commodore Productions. And now, the Military Hour with Carrie Dieter.
Welcome to another edition of Military Hour. We've got a returning, very special guest with us this morning. Going to share some interesting news that events that are coming up. And I want to welcome Matt Standish, U.S. Air Force retired Senior Master Sergeant. What a mouthful. I'm not going to do the other part from the Vet Center. You can do that. Welcome, Matt.
No problem.
Glad you're here.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
It's a great opportunity to talk about what we do at the Vet Center and just the amazing program that we have. It's really a fun deal.
Yeah, and you're doing a very good work and a great work for veterans at the Vet Center.
Thank you.
I know that personally from people that have come to see you, and it's all confidential, and that's where I'm going to leave that because it is.
Okay,
confidential.
Cool. Yeah, well, the Vet Center is an amazing operation. We are federal level VA, but we're probably the best kept secret in the VA. We're really unique. Even though we are federal level VA, we have nothing to do with the Health Administration, nothing to do with the Benefits Administration. We are totally independent of all the rest of the VA. And in fact, the very first Vet Center was started in 1979. And that Vet Center was out in Van Nuys, California, and it was 2 Vietnam vets providing readjustment counseling services to other Vietnam vets to help them readjust to the experiences they had when they were over in the war. And well, anyway, Senator Max Cleland from Georgia saw what they were doing. Of course, he's a Vietnam vet himself.
He's a Vietnam vet as well,
triple amputee.
Yep.
Awesome guy. Saw what they were doing, got the VA to run with the program to where today we now have 300 vet centers scattered all over the United States. We still do primarily that same service, readjustment counseling, but we now provide it to any veteran, National Guard troops, reservists, and for almost 3 years now we've been allowed to see active duty personnel as well. Great. Including, and this is actually a new definition, any immediate, the old definition was any immediate family member. Now it's anybody that the veteran or their troop identifies as a family member, which is really cool because it kind of takes it from here where it was parents, children, spouse, brothers and sisters, and kind of blows it out to here because really boyfriends and girlfriends, pretty much anybody, if that veteran says that this is my family member, they can come in with their veteran or troop to get counseling because, you know, post-traumatic stress just kills relationships, no matter what that relationship is. But counseling to family members, veterans and troops, to be eligible, all they have to do is that veteran or troop, they have to have served in a combat zone somewhere, and I mean anywhere, World War II to right now, everything in between, or if they've been a victim of military sexual trauma while they're on active duty, whether it was harassment, assaults, rapes, whatever. And this is also new if they had anything to do with the processing or movement of combat casualties. Like your mortuary affairs people, doctors, nurses, evac folks, not necessarily deployed, but still dealing with the casualties of war, they can go to the Vet Center as well. Now, what's so cool about it, the only thing they need to do to get seen, literally, is walk in the front door. That's all they have to do. They'll walk in the front door, they're going to get seen by a licensed professional counselor who is probably a veteran themselves. In fact, across the country, we're about 75% veterans ourselves. My Vet Center here in Panama City, 100% veterans.
And correct me if I'm wrong, don't most of your cadre out there have master's degrees in their field?
Yeah, the counselors are minimum licensed clinical social workers with a master's degree. Okay. Now, some vet centers have psychologists, psychiatrists, but minimum to be a counselor at a vet center is that licensed clinical social worker with a master's degree. The most important thing about the vet center, though, and this is the reason we exist or set up the way we are, you know, there's always been a real bad stigma in the military about getting counseling. And whether it's valid or not, and I have to say that, whether it's valid or not, you just end up with all of these thousands and thousands of troops and veterans out there who've seen some really, really horrible things. But because of that stigma, they don't want to talk to anybody. They won't talk to anyone, even family, whoever. So if they go to the Vet Center for counseling, nobody will ever know that they were there, not even the VA. Okay, the VA doesn't have access to our records. Super high confidentiality. The only thing we don't do is we don't do medications, and that's mainly because that would leave a paper trail.
Right.
So we love what we do. It's really a brilliant and amazing service. We're there for those troops and veterans who won't talk to anybody, to give them a place to go, talk to a real counselor who's probably a veteran and probably been there themselves, and nobody's ever going to find out about it.
And you're pretty much autonomous from what I'm hearing you say, that you kind of run the show and you specifically gear everything to each individual veteran and their needs. So you are
right.
that vet that's helping vets.
Right.
You and your, I use the word cadre, your
right.
your people.
Yeah, we are vets helping vets. It's kind of funny the way we're set up. We get questions all the time, like how to file a claim or check on a claim, or get into the medical system. There's a lot of things that get asked of us that we can't do, literally because we don't have access. Like we can't check on a claim, we don't have access to those systems. But we always tell people, no matter what that veteran or troop's need is, send them to the vet center. Because if we can't do it, we're going to know the people that can.
There you go.
So we'll always get them pointed in the right direction.
So you're like the traffic cop. You can direct. And that happens with me because I don't know it all and don't profess to know it all. But a lot of times somebody will come to me and go, oh, hey, Dieter, do you know how I had one the other day, how I can get my card, my vet card? I said, yeah, I know how you do that. So just point the direction and done deal.
Yep.
And what I think is common knowledge, a lot of times people ask you a question like, I thought everybody knew that, but they don't. So that's what this entire broadcast is about, getting word out for veterans. So I'm going to plug this real quick, and then I'm going to shut up. So if you're out there and you have a program, know of a program, whether you're at the Navy base, Tyndall, 501c organization, any of the veteran service organizations, AMVETS, Legion, VFW, and you want to get information out, get a hold of me, easy to do, and come on out here and share what you have, because none of us know it all. Okay, now I'm going to shut up.
Okay.
All right, brother.
All right. Well, like I said, we have a lot of fun and we love what we do. At the Vet Center, we have really just one big problem. Okay, the way we're set up, we don't have a budget for advertising.
Well, here you go.
There are no commercials. There's no public service announcements.
Right.
Our biggest problem is nobody really knows about us. Everything is word of mouth. Now, I am the lucky guy because, my title is I'm the Veterans Outreach Program Specialist, but literally being an old first sergeant, I'm an old Air Force first sergeant, and the VA pays me to run around 11 counties and do nothing but talk. I have way more fun than I should be allowed to have. And I love it. I love spreading the word. For me, it's beautiful because every day is like Veterans Day.
Yep.
Because I'm always out talking to troops, talking to veterans and family members. You'll see me out and about for the different festivals and fairs. I'll be downtown this Friday for the holidays in Harrison. I'll be down at the intersection of 5th Street and Harrison Avenue. Have my tent set up there. Just out there spreading the word, talking to people. And so I encourage everybody out there, if you know anybody that you think could use our help, tell them about us, okay? Spread the word, let them know. Our phone number is 850-522-6102. We're located over in the Tyndall Federal Credit Union buildings that are right behind Haney Technical Center. No matter what their need is, whether they're a veteran or the troop, and don't worry about eligibility, let us worry about that. Send them to us. The big thing to encourage them and let them know is that it's a very, very safe environment, very casual, low threat, and we've all been there, we all know. I missed Vietnam by about 5 years, but I did get to deploy to Iraq in 2005 and ended up having the best time of my whole career. I called it First Sergeant Paradise.
First Sergeant Paradise.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
You think about it, being Air Force, we're only there for 6 months. None of my people could leave the base, so I had everybody trapped in one place. There was no alcohol to worry about, and no husbands and wives were there together. That's like 90% of my usual issues I didn't have to worry about.
So what you're telling me is while you were there, you didn't hear about the food coloring in the vodka, emptying the Listerine, not Listerine,
it was like...
Yeah, it's mouthwash. So. You never heard about any of that?
I was proud of my people because I had no incidents that seemed alcohol related.
That's good. That's wonderful to hear.
That's all I
You know,
wanted to
because troops get very creative.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Especially when the need arises.
And now I did do inspections and I did look. Let's just say I didn't look that hard. So.
Can't smell vodka.
So anyway, it was actually, other than the rockets coming over the fence, it was the best time of my whole career.
Well,
but
good.
what
That's
we do
good
now,
for you.
yeah, what we do now is amazing, and I'm so proud to be a part of the Bay County Vet Center. It's such an amazing operation. In addition to individual counseling, we do group sessions. We have groups for pretty much anything you can think of, whether they're post-traumatic stress groups with veterans and troops from all different eras. We have spouse groups, Vietnam groups, global war and terrorism groups. We are also allowed to do bereavement counseling for families whose military member passed away on active duty for any reason.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it could be combat, suicide, natural causes, accidents, doesn't matter. That family can come in for counseling as well. And then not too long ago, we got authorized to do grief counseling for the widows and widowers of veterans that pass away. And that's a nice one. Hopefully Lash doesn't have to use that anytime soon.
Yeah, but that's almost unheard of. I mean, that's usually a group that is like not thought about, forgotten. So that's another, such good services coming out of the vet center.
Yeah, it's amazing. And there's no charge. There's no insurance claims or anything.
But again, with no funding for advertisement, you know, you have to get the word out. So like I mentioned to you before, this door, as long as I'm here, is open anytime you want to come out, because, I mean, things change. You've got a big event coming up.
We do.
And, you know, you're talking about the sandbox where, you know, it might have been good for a lot of troops, like any other combat zone and war scenario, and not so good for a lot of others. So, and that's why you exist. Why the vet center does, and like you said, started by a couple of Vietnam vets. I didn't know that until you mentioned it to me the other day. I had the privilege of being around Matt the other day at another vet here at a VSO in town, and here's the kind of guy Matt is. I'm like bugging him. Hey, can I help you? You know, when the event was over, I want to help him pack. Hey, can I help you do this? Oh, no, I got it. Well, you know, I told him, you're not a spring chicken. I mean, I'm here. I got hands and legs, and they work. And no, I got it. So I let him do it. Shame on me, but you know.
That's okay.
But I was trying my best to help you put that stuff in the van. But
with me, it's just my obsessive compulsive stuff.
Yeah,
I have a certain order. Everything goes in the right way, and it comes back out.
I get that. No, that's not. Is that what they call it? It's not military training.
They're almost like synonyms.
That's where we call it, I think. But in any event, tell everybody about the event you've got coming up on the 13th.
On the 13th.
Yep.
Yeah. Every year we do an open house at the vet center. This year it's going to be next week on Tuesday, December 13th. We're going to be open from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock. And we are literally open to the public. Anybody can come out, and it's for veterans, troops, family members. A big thing we want is our community partners to come out. You know, like the different agencies around town that do all the helping, not necessarily veteran related, but they know about us, about the vet center, and send us referrals, and we work with them as well, send them people that we know could use their help. This is a chance for these people and organizations to come by, see the vet center, find out where we are, see the place that they keep hearing about but have never been to, meet the staff and tour the facilities, and it's a lot of fun for us. It's going to be catered by Waffle House. We really appreciate them for doing that. And it's just a time to have some fun, see what we're doing. I will definitely have the general there out front. So the general's
let them know who the general is. And real quick, tell the story of the general.
Okay, the general. The general is a 1997 Harley Davidson Heritage Softail. This bike used to belong to my dad. He bought it brand new in 1997. He's still alive, but he's 75 and his health has gotten bad and can't ride it anymore. So he didn't want to sell it, so he gave it to me.
Poor boy.
Oh yeah, I feel bad. So all I had to do to get it was spend 2 weeks with him at his house in Silverdale, Washington State, and then ride it all the way back to Florida. And this was just last May.
Poor boy again.
Oh, I'm suffering so bad.
Yeah. I saw the general. He's not suffering. Beautiful bike.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But please, if you're available, our open house, like I said, December 13th, you're welcome to come out. We love people to just come out and check it out and see what we're doing. But more than anything else is spread the word about us. Tell people about us. Let them know that we're there. If you have a club or a group that you would like me to come out as a guest speaker to talk to, I do speeches all over the place. I've been to Rotary clubs, Kiwanis clubs, VFWs, AMVETs, I mean, just about anywhere. I got to speak at a Sunday school class a while back, and actually that was a lot of fun.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of veterans are churchgoers.
Yeah, well, any opportunity to spread the word about what we do is an opportunity to maybe find somebody, because, you know, I gave a speech at a social worker conference one time, and I asked them, so, okay, how many veterans do we have out here? There's about 150 people. I had three hands went up. I said, awesome, I am so glad you're here. Say, now, how many of you know a veteran? Of course, practically every hand went up. So virtually everybody knows a veteran somewhere, and the more people I can talk to and spread the word, the better opportunity of maybe finding that person that's out there that really needs our help.
Yeah, and you never know who needs the help, because, and I'm going to share this that Lieutenant retired David Trogdon, whom you met the other day, share with me, because he does the horse therapy for veterans. And he says, as vets, you know, we'll look at each other and we'll say, hey, how you doing? You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He says, you can lie to me. He says, but you can't lie to that horse. A horse, they pick up on human state of mind and emotion.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, and so I haven't been up there, but I'm going to be going. But, and it's true, you know, you can ask a brother, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, all good. Yeah, everything good. And they, unless you're like this, they're not telling you. It's like, yeah, I'm good.
You hear it all the time.
Yeah, I'm good. So.
Yeah. Well, and me as a first sergeant, that was, you know, you tried to tune into your troops, and because you got the same reaction. Oh no, sure, I'm doing fine. Yeah. It's like, come on over here.
Yeah, but if I'm with a brother that's like this, and I get that, and then I can look at him and go, I'll leave expletives out, but it's like, no, dude, what's going on? Well, you know, we got to talk.
I wish I'd had this resource available to me when I was an active duty first sergeant.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think back, and I can think of a number of troops that I had that I would have really encouraged them to go to the vet center.
I would have loved to have known about it. I really would have. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can't say it enough. We love what we do. It's such an amazing place to go, and just to have the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives and give them a little bit of hope, you know, and I don't know. I love
Maybe
it.
help them turn that corner. And
I love it.
Yeah, I get it.
I run into some people who are former clients that are doing well. In fact, I won't say who it is, but one of our counselors was actually a former client of ours who got his degree, and now he's in there helping people like we helped him. So.
Yeah, that's what it's about right there, man. Yeah. See, that's why I say, you know, a lot of times I feel like I'm a cheerleader or something. It's like, I mean, I love to see people be successful. And that is like from here to here success.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
terrific.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So for people like me who get lost in a revolving door if I don't have a compass or a map.
Right. Okay.
I don't count on GPS.
I understand.
Let the viewers know how to get to your facility, because it's kind of tucked away in the back there. So.
That's kind of one of the things we like. You know, our location is kind of hidden.
Confidential.
Yeah, so our clients aren't even seen coming and going. But to find the vet center is basically, if you're heading north on Highway 77, you turn right onto Baldwin Road, right in front of Haney Technical Center, then take the next left, which is Minnesota Avenue. And then right behind Haney is some buildings that belong to Tyndall Federal Credit Union. Take the second entrance to those facilities, go all the way to the back, and we're in that northwest corner of those facilities.
Yep, and it's a nice facility too. It's not an old, dilapidated, rundown building. It's pretty nice.
The address is 3109 Minnesota Avenue.
One more time.
3109 Minnesota Avenue, Suite 101.
And the phone number is?
850-522-6102.
Good deal.
And we do take walk-ins, like I said.
Well, my barber doesn't even do that, but oh yeah, barber. Yeah, I need it very badly. Did I hear you mention food on the 13th from Tyndall too?
Yep, we do. It is being catered by Waffle House, so we're going to have fruit trays, cheese and crackers, chicken wraps, iced tea and water, and everybody's welcome to come by, and because I know I'm not going to eat it all. So.
Well, I think the last time I came out there, somebody was cooking burgers outside, if I remember right.
We've had that before too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thought about doing that too, but.
Pretty good chow. So if nothing else and you're hungry, come on out there and see the facility and check it out. Who knows? You might need the facility and the counseling's there at some point.
And the coffee will be hot and strong and ready.
I hope it's not cold as the last time I was there. But tomorrow is supposed to be very cold, so you and the General, I hope you stay warm if you're out on the General.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad you got that and taken care of it. And it's a great story, just a great story.
It's a lot of fun.
Glad you still have your dad with you.
Yeah.
So, and his newest achievement, I thought was pretty cool. Folks, Matt's father just got his first cell phone. and so he's now in the texting.
Yeah. He texted me the other day and surprised me with it, and I didn't know who it was until he wrote me back and said, "Oh, this is your dad." I said, "Oh." I say, "Wow, I guess hell must have froze over."
Yeah, I'd like to get one for my kids. Just kidding. So no, I shouldn't say that.
That was pretty funny. He's definitely not a technological guy. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not very technical either. You've been open how long out there on Minnesota Avenue now? Has it been 4 years?
No, it's actually closer to probably 5 or 6.
That long time?
Yeah,
just escapes me.
Yeah, I've been there for 4 years myself, which really surprises me.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long because I'm doing a job where it's hard to believe I actually get paid to do it.
Yeah, well, you know the old saying, if you love your job and what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
And
when the vet center in Panama City first got started, we were actually over at the mental health clinic, at the VA clinic, over on Delwood.
Oh, okay.
That's where it started.
I didn't know that.
And then we got our own facility. This is all before I got there.
Yeah, okay.
And then they moved into the new facility at those Tyndall buildings, and they've probably been there about 5 years. And then I started out there in October 2012, and it's a nice facility. It's clean, it's professional, but it's also low threat, which is what we really want.
Right.
A lot of memorabilia. We have this one cabinet in the lobby area that has a lot of memorabilia from different combat zones and different things. All of this is stuff that belongs to our clients. They
brought it in.
Mm-hmm.
And, wow.
Yeah, I had a couple contributions in there myself. So, but it's very historical. We got a lot of pictures and posters with scenes from different conflicts and everything.
Yeah. I might have to bring you something out there.
That'd be cool.
Donate. Yeah.
We'd love that. We'll put your name on it so that.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
But the vet center, like I said, there's 300 vet centers all across the country. Okay. 4 of those vet centers are actually located outside the continental outside of the United States. Puerto Rico, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, and I think it's American Samoa. They each have a vet center. And then the rest of them are scattered all over the country. Here in Florida, we have about 26 vet centers. In the Panhandle, there's one in Tallahassee, Panama City, Shalimar, just outside of Eglin, Pensacola. You have one in Mobile, Biloxi, Montgomery, Alabama, Birmingham, Huntsville, Columbus, Georgia. We're pretty, we're out there, and it seems like it's something that's continuing to grow.
Now, when you're out and about, how much territory do you cover? Because I know you go to Alabama. What else do you do?
Yeah. Well,
what's your geographic?
We call it our catchment area, and my catchment area is six Florida counties and 5 Alabama. I have Bay, Gulf, Washington, Calhoun, Holmes, and Jackson. And then in Alabama, I've got Geneva, Coffee, Dale, Henry, and Houston counties. So we have the Wiregrass area.
Wow.
And we're actually in the process of setting up we want to hire 2 counselors that live in the Wiregrass area to staff, we call it an outstation. That'll be probably located in Enterprise.
Sure. So it'll be like an outpost from a vet center.
Right, and
Got it.
we have counselors now that go north, to do group sessions and see some. We haven't quite gotten that far up into Alabama yet.
See, and even that is meeting a need, especially in the rural areas where there are veterans, and a lot of veterans do that too.
Right.
Especially if they come back from a combat situation. They just want to get out, and you know, I remember back in the day, a lot of non-vets went to Colorado. They just wanted to go, put me in the woods.
Yeah, well, during my trip across the United States, I stopped at a lot of vet centers along the way too. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Good deal. I mean, to me, it just sounds like it's a necessary work that's getting done, and especially out in the outlying areas for those vets that are in the smaller rural towns.
Well, one of the things you'll find about the vet center is we're really centered on our clients, on our veterans. Okay, we want to meet their needs. If they need later hours, we'll accommodate that as often as we can.
Wow.
We're open Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 7 at night. We sometimes get a little lax on that because we get short-staffed once in a while. But we try to be open 7 in the morning till 7 at night, always have at least 2 people there. And then the first Saturday of every month, we're open like 8 till 7 or 8. Like that.
So even open on a Saturday.
On the first Saturday of the month.
Of the month, first Saturday of the month.
It kind of depends on our our staff availability.
Sure, yeah.
But if the veteran calls us and there's no way we can get to them, we'll do everything we can to try to meet their need and find a time that'll suit them. So
one more time with the phone number.
Sure.
Since we're talking about calling.
Okay, 850-522-6102.
Give them a call if you need some help or just want to check it out. You know, do a little recon first. Go out there to the location, and you'll be welcome. Well, the first time I went out there, they didn't turn me away.
No.
You know? And if they're having food, like Matt said, it's always been good. Now, since you cover such a large geographical area, and I know you carry all that paraphernalia with you, if there ever comes a time when the general is neglected and not being ridden, let me know. And I've ridden once or twice in my life.
I know.
I'd be happy to keep it up for you.
I'm sure you would. I appreciate that.
But Matt, once again, brother, it's always a pleasure, and love you as a brother.
Absolutely, brother.
And a friend, and just good to see you.
It's good to be here.
And thanks for coming out this past weekend at the VFW. He set up and did his thing, and 14. Did you tell me you got 14 people to actually engage with you that day?
Yeah, well, I collected 14 information cards
Good
that
deal.
day. So from
if it
veterans
was
and
one,
troops.
it's worth it, and you got 14.
Well, everywhere I go, it seems like I always meet at least one person that I know that's the reason I was meant to be there that day.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that, meant to be. Absolutely. Till next time, and again, if you've got anything you want to share with the military community, get a hold of us. I'm easy to find, c2deep@gmail.com. Military Hour on Facebook. Just hit me up and we'll make it happen. Thanks for watching.